No, I completely agree. I mean, identity and access management is probably one of the bigger things that, as a security practitioner, that we try to get businesses to understand and focus on. Because you're right, from the top of the chain and the heavy users who understand it and scrutinize it, all the way down to the entry level person who's not may not be the most tech savvy of users. We all have passwords, and the more common, like you said, we've layered on top of it and layered on top of it. And so as you look at changing this behemoth of an issue and trying to tackle that, how did you begin to dissect that into what it is that you guys are doing?
Yeah, we kind of looked at patterns in identity and patterns in internet scale changes over the last 3 decades. And if you boil it down to like the least common denominator, and when you really think about like what are some things that every single person that uses the internet has in common? One of them, they use a browser. That everybody has that in common. 2 is everybody uses a password.
Yes.
And so when we look at just those 2 examples, I don't know if you remember, but back in like 1995, 1996, like when you would go to a website and you would open up Netscape, and you would go to a website and
flashbacks.
You hit the page and it says, "Welcome to our website. Actually, we built this website for Internet Explorer. Please go download Internet Explorer and open it on there." I'm like, oh, damn. Okay, well, fine. So download Internet Explorer, do that, and then you can use the website. And all the different browsers work different ways. Like they were just text-based browsers and all that stuff. And it was really for the technical folks. And we said, hey, if we want this internet thing to really take off, like we're going to need to standardize the way this crap works. And so like everybody is familiar with like the W3C now, right? So It doesn't matter like which browser you download from anywhere. You can go to any website on any of them, and you're going to have a pretty similar user experience regardless of what you're using.
I'll send some federal government guys over your way, though. Sorry.
and that didn't happen by accident. It happened by big companies, influential companies coming together, creating a standard on how we do things on the internet and driving towards that change. And a similar thing is happening with authentication. Back in 2014, 2013 timeframe, all the big companies that kept getting hacked got together and said, hey, we have to change things. Let's actually standardize the way that people should be authenticating without a password. And they created this thing called Fast Identity Online, FIDO. And today there's like hundreds of members. You've got like Apple, Facebook, Google, Meta, Google Microsoft on it. And, we all came together. I've been on the board there for a few years now, and we all came together and we said, okay, how can we create a standard to change and not require passwords anymore? And that just happened as a incremental thing, and nothing in standards happens overnight.
Right.
And it's been 7-8 years since then, and just now in the last couple of years in particular, we're starting to see wide adoption of that standard across different industries. And it's mostly in highly regulated industries where the companies are getting breached the most, and they're most motivated to make the change. But it's going to proliferate everywhere else over the next several years. And what HYPR does really is like we take that standards-based approach, we package it really nicely so that like enterprises can understand it and operationalize it, and then we make it available to them and we make money. So that's what we do. A very similar parallel can be drawn to like what Okta did with SAML and OpenID Connect protocols and standards, right? Like anybody can build SAML, but nobody does. And they really packaged it nicely, operationalized it, and now they're a $30-something billion business.